Welcome to the 8th and final tutorial on crime and punishment in Christianity. We'll be looking at different methods of capital punishment, non-religious arguments for and against the death penalty, as well as Christian attitudes on capital punishment. Capital punishment, also known as the death penalty, is the use of execution as the ultimate punishment. Execution means carrying out a sentence of death by killing a person. Different countries have different offenses that are punishable by death. Treason is being disloyal to your country by plotting to overthrow the government or ruler, and that receives the death penalty in some countries. So does murder, blasphemy, adultery, drug dealing and war crimes. Can you remember the different methods of execution? Methods of execution in different countries include firing squad, hanging, lethal injection, stoning, beheading, gas chamber and electric chair. People who agree with the death penalty say it can rid society of its most dangerous criminals. People who have committed awful crimes don't deserve to live, and if someone has taken a life they should pay for it with their own. They would also say that execution is cheaper than keeping a criminal in prison for life. Finally, the death penalty can act as a strong deterrent. People may be less likely to kill someone if they know they will be sentenced to death. However, many people argue against the death penalty. Statistics from America show the murder rate isn't any lower in states that have the death penalty. Also, DNA evidence has shown that some people have been proven innocent after they have been executed. Terrorists may like the death penalty as they will be seen as martyrs for those who support their cause. Also, taking the life of the murderer can be viewed as being as bad as the murderer killing someone. How can a civilized society support taking a life? Finally, statistics from America show that the death penalty is not used in a fair way. Black people who murder white people are more likely to be sentenced to death than white people who murder black people. One reason why Christians agree with capital punishment is because there are verses from the Old Testament that support it. Another reason is because taking the lives of murderers makes society safer, which is an idea Thomas Aquinas supported. Another reason is because they say some crimes are so awful, like violent murder, that the death penalty is the only way to achieve retribution. God is just, and sentencing murderers to death is a just punishment. It's paying for a life with a life. However, many Christians disagree because Jesus came to earth so that people could reform and be forgiven. If you sentence a murderer to death, they can't reform, and therefore Jesus died for nothing. He taught we should love and forgive everyone. The Decalogue says that murder is wrong, so taking the life of anyone is wrong. Christians believe in the sanctity of life, which means life is a precious gift from God. Only He can give life and take life. In the exam you might be asked to outline non-religious points for and against capital punishment, or argue why Christians should or shouldn't support the death penalty. In summary, capital punishment is legal in some countries for serious crimes. There are teachings in the Old Testament that support it, but Jesus preached forgiveness, not revenge. Many Christians would say Jesus' teachings are the most important.